Yeah, it is.
Is it going by fast or what?
It's coming way too fast. Yeah, it's feels like just yesterday it was my first year, and now I just got a few games left.
You're closing in on some scoring records, I think, huh? Or
I don't
all-time
even
leading
know.
scorer?
I honestly don't even pay attention to that. I just go out there, kick the ball, and whenever, a record goes by, people let me know, and it's like, cool, on to the next one. Yeah.
What mentality you have to have? Because you could make 5 and miss 1, and some people may focus on the one you missed, right? So how do you deal with all that?
Yeah, I mean, I just see it as, what pass, whether it was good or bad. I make a kick, forget about it, move on to the next one. If I missed it, same thing. I just forget about it, lock in on the next kick, because there's nothing good going to come from, thinking about the past. So just focus on what's next.
No, you said you don't really focus on the accolades and everything like that, but you're officially LSU's all-time leading scorer in history. What does that kind of mean for you to have such a historic and longevity in career here at LSU?
I mean, it means a lot. There's a lot of LSU greats that have come by here, so, I mean, it's an honor. It's crazy to me to think, I've achieved that, because it feels like just yesterday I got here and then, my career's coming to an end, but it's an honor.
Talk to me a little bit about that first kick you had on LSU's opening drive on Saturday. Pressure off the left side, did that affect the kick a little bit?
Honestly, I think it was just technical. I don't really, unless someone, runs into me, I don't really, feel pressure. My eyes aren't looking at the line or who's coming at me. I'm looking, at the ball. So I just wrapped my foot, my hips over-rotated a little bit, and just, I pulled it a little bit left. That was what happened.
The kick at Florida, your first year, 2022.
Yeah.
Was that the first big kick of your career,
Yeah.
pressure and?
Yeah, it was. I remember it. It was about a minute 57 seconds left on the clock. We were up a score, and that kick was basically to seal the game, put us up 2 scores. So yeah, that was the first big kick I had.
Is that kind of a I can kick at LSU moment for you? I mean, I'm sure you always believe you could, but
Yeah.
you got to do it first, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely something I'm not gonna forget. That was my first kind of longer kick and more pressure kick I had.
What's the biggest kick in your career so far, or your favorite, or to this point? Do you have one? Or?
Oof. Not really. I mean, they all depend, The Arkansas kick in 2023 was a short one, but it was a game-winning kick. That one against Florida that first year I played was memorable. And, I mean, I've had a few throughout the career that have been special.
You've definitely gotten stronger, haven't you, since your freshman year, as far
Yeah.
as distance and all that? How much have you gotten, improved your distance?
Yeah, so when I first came in, I was weighing maybe high 150s, 160. I think after my freshman year with Coach O, I was weighing 160 pounds, and right now I'm 190, 192. So I've put on some weight, and this past off season was working, on some kicker-specific workouts to gain some explosiveness and some distance and some ball speed too.
Walk me through the mindset of being a kicker in the sense that, like you said, kind of you don't really pay attention to the environment around you. It's just you, the ball, and the uprights. How do you kind of get to that headspace over a career to really trust in yourself to be in that moment and believe you can do it?
Yeah, so I think the number one thing is having confidence in yourself. You got to tell yourself, and you got to know that you can make it. So confidence is the number one thing. I think the second thing is not caring about what people say, what people think, and your surroundings, You don't want to go out there on the field thinking that there's cameras, that you're on TV, or there's 100,000 people watching. You go out there, and it's the game you've always played. You, the ball, and the post, and yeah, it may be loud, there may be some distractions, but, it's never a surprise when you go out there, They cross midfield, and it's third down, you're in field goal range, you're probably going in next play. So, yeah, you just got to lock in. It just comes down to having routines and being consistent with that.
Coach Frank came in and immediately highlighted special teams. What kind of changes or improvements have you seen to that unit?
Yeah, I mean, I think in our unit, it just comes down to being consistent week in and week out, you know, being consistent in practice and translating that to the game. Coach Amon and Coach Frank Wilson hold us to, you know, a high standard. Some games we think, you know, we performed well, which we did, but, you know, Coach Amon grades us tough, and that's a good thing. So we get better every week. We should never be comfortable. We should be looking to improve every week and strive to be elite.
You've been a part of a few different offenses during your time here at LSU. You think to 2023, you guys average over 40 points a game. You're kicking a lot of PATs. And then you think to this season, there are some times where you're looked at as the sole offense for this team. Think to that Alabama game. Can you compare those two types of offenses and then your role in those situations?
Honestly, I don't think much of it. You know, I played when Jaden was the, you know, quarterback, and now Nuss and different offenses, whatever it is, my job stays the same. They score, I go out and kick the extra point. They need a field goal, they send me out for the field goal. To me, it's just the same thing. I'm kicking the ball, I'm just trying to make the kick.
Tell me about this punter that you've been working with this year on special teams. I mean, he's quite a weapon, huh?
Oh yeah, Grant's been great. You know, he's a hard worker. He's young. He's tall, and he's got a leg. Like he can boom it. So yeah, he's been great this season.
So you came here from Baltimore, right?
Yep.
Did you know anything about Louisiana at all, or?
Not really. No, I actually, like, when I committed here, I had never visited the school, or I really didn't know anything about it. But you know, I knew LSU was an elite program. That's why, you know, I decided to come here.
Have you picked up anything that you like you eat crawfish or things you didn't do before you came here, or?
I don't eat crawfish often, but I do like it. It's something I never ate in Baltimore, so yeah.
So you're pretty prevalent in social media, doing kick challenges, doing things like that. Is that something that you started doing to add even more fun to it, or how did that kind of start?
Yeah, so basically it started one day. I was out with a soccer player at a field, and wanted to learn how to kick and try kicking a field goal, and we were like, oh, let's film a video, and we did it, and it got a bunch of views. And in the off season, I'll put out like these challenge videos, and during the season, I don't do that just because, you know, I'm focused on kicking and we practice. So, but yeah, it's been that good.